Hey everybody, I wanted to make another video on the Wirex proposal that's set to expire tomorrow, July 23rd, 2026. And I wanted to make a video on the fact that I'm rejecting the Wirex proposal representing Atlas Network Transmissions as a DRep on behalf of all B2B SaaS startups out there. That's not to say that I'm representing any kind of organization or any kind of department of any sorts. This isn't financial advice. This isn't um, anything for you to make any kind of investment off of. This is purely for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. This is for anybody that's willing to listen out there. Um, I want to be a DRep representing B2B SaaS platforms, startups, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do as a founder of Atlas Network Transmissions. And if I can be a DRep representing that idea entirely, I'm more than happy to do it. So thanks for listening. So I wanted to talk about the financial risk that um, would include funding this endeavor. 3.9 million ADA is a lot of money out of the public treasury for something that is essentially redundant infrastructure. There's a boatload of debit crypto debit cards out there, especially in the broader market space. Um, and I believe Cardano already has a debit card issuer, crypto debit card issuer out there. I forget the name of it, but there is something out there. You have the crypto debit card, crypto.com debit card. You have other people doing it. It's a bloated space, and I don't think it's worth 3.9 million ADA to pursue it. And it's also redundant in another way involving developer focused APIs for stablecoin routing. You have institutions like Mint that already do that, and we don't need to fund a custom closed loop gateway for independent builders when they already have the tools to do it. Um, so in more aspects than one, I just feel as if it's a redundant reason to fund something like this. Um, it's also a liquidity drain. So if you're funding a project like a crypto debit card, there's a lot of transient velocity, and it's money velocity that doesn't stay within the ecosystem. It just comes in and goes right back out. It doesn't really help the ecosystem in any kind of way compared to macro velocity um, money systems where the money comes in, stays in, people are able to use the stablecoin liquidity within the system for a while before it goes back out. With crypto debit cards, it's very transient, it's very quick, it bleeds liquidity, and like I said before, 3.9 million ADA to do that when the market space is already bloated. I think we're good. There's a lot there's a lot better other alternative endeavors for this kind of thing. And I don't think debit cards are the way to do it. Um, it bleeds too much money and it's not good for Cardano's TVL in the first place. As well as my next point being it's a form of corporate subsidization. It's a hard word for me to say. We're subsidizing something that doesn't need to be subsidized for a corporation or an established business that already has the means to pursue this sort of endeavor on its own. Um, so I just don't see it being a good idea. You know, it's already a heavily capitalized fintech company. Um, so I don't see the reason to try to help fund it on this idea. Um, Another point I'd like to establish um, is the idea that some people are trying to sell this as on-chain security, and I really truly do believe that it's just a performative idea. Um, debit cards largely are subservient to legacy clearinghouses like Visa, and blockchain acts as a temporary collateral pool, but the actual endpoint finality isn't on us. It's just reliant on centralized entities in the end anyways. So there's no extra on-chain security for the for this uh, for this purpose for this crypto debit card. So the idea of selling it off of that doesn't sell it for me, and I don't think you should sell it for others as well. It's fluff. It's a nothing burger essentially. So moving on to my final and last point, um, macroeconomic liquidity comes from B2B commercial pipelines and automated escrow protocols, which is obviously something that excuse me, is obviously something that I represent as a DRep, our B2B automated escrow SaaS startups like ourselves at Atlas Network Transmissions. So when you lock capital for extended cycles like we do, it, like I said earlier, it locks that capital to be able to be used as liquidity in the broader environment that is Cardano. So it's more beneficial for the system overall to fund B2B SaaS startups instead of something like a crypto debit card. Um, Treasury capital must prioritize institutional settlement layers over saturated, low margin retail products. We have better ideas out there that need to be funded, and this idea is not one of them. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.